Hey guys, Aaron back again, playing on this May 22nd, 2022 session on ACR now only. Yeah, overall tonight, well, we're down about $50, unfortunately, so. What's a $500 classic? 550 anyway. What's the structure? Antes, there's still antes. Where's the structure? Doesn't tell you how, when the blinds end and shit. Oh, there it is. 8 minute blinds. There's one. It's just a freeze out or something? Like, what's so classic about it? Because they just put antes into tournaments like not long ago, like 10 years ago or something. They used to not have antes in tournaments online. I remember, like years ago. They started adding antes because it kind of quickens up the action, makes people play more aggressively, etc. You're forced to just play looser with antes, right? So. 16, 14, 3-bet. Oh, like, this would be fine to 3-bets, probably. Like, probably not versus this guy with the stack size, but, like, is a 3-bet candidate deeper stacked, like 40 effective or something? Probably, I would think. Button versus under the gun. 40. Let's check it out. Ace 9, offsuit. No, Ace 10. Ace 2 suited, Ace 3 suited, King 4, King 5, King 6 suited. Little King 9, Queen 9 suited action. A little bit of 5-3 suited. That's different. Tens and jacks called quite frequently, and then queens, kings, aces. And this is our value range. So Ace 9's is a little bit too shitty. When does it become okay? Under the gun 1, it's a fold. There you go. Low jack becomes a little bit of 1. High jack, a little bit of 1. Anyway, what's going on here? Ace 7. Ooh, that was a big pot. What happened there? $28 big blind guy. This guy min raises. This guy calls. Probably folding 10-9 suited. To be honest with you, you don't have the stack for a flatting range here. Call. Flop comes deuce 9-5. This guy bets 3. This guy jams. This guy calls. Flush draw 10-9. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be calling here with 10-9. That's pretty bad. Like, yeah, we just don't do that. Like, we'll say low jack. Low jack 15 versus under the gun. Oh, that's the wrong one. Low jack 15 versus under the gun. This is our range. 10-9 suited. It's way down here. So we jam with 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks, 5s. We probably don't jam with 6s because it's the bottom of under the gun's range. So we don't want to be blocking the bottom of the range that they're probably going to fold. And then, yeah, ace jack off plus, ace 10 suited plus. A little bit of king 10 suited. Not a lot, though. Probably because we're kind of getting light on fold equity at this stage. Like, if we go to like 20. There. Ah, no. Eh? Okay. 25. What do we got? I better check. Yeah, we 3-bet it there, but it's one of our main 3-bets, actually. That's 30. Yeah. Anyway. Ten nine suited is not a good call there. Yeah. Middle position versus under the gun, 15. Big blinds deep. Flats. 10-9 suited. Flatting too wide in early position versus early position raisers. With like shit that it shouldn't be. Like 10-9's it's a pretty hand. It's nice, but like I'm sure if we were on the button, maybe we could flat. I'm pretty sure we probably could. 15 button versus under the gun. Yeah, now it becomes okay. Like it's a 50% frequency type thing. The cutoff is probably a fold. Where the fuck is cutoff here? 15 cutoff. Here we go. It's still called a bit. All right. Hijack. That's 12. Hijack. Really? Why do we call more here? Different charts, I guess. That's what it is. Everybody's opinion's a little bit different, I guess. Low jack. Little smaggling. Huh. Alright, 10-9 suit. It's called quite a bit. Like 15 big blinds deep in the button, cutoff, hijack, and low jack. And small blind, definitely. It's a call. We call it a lot of shit in the small blind. Like at the stack depth. We have a big flatting range still, like 5-4 suited, 6-5, 7-6, 8-7, 9-7 suited, 9-8 suited, 10-8, 10-9 suited. Like some king eights, all the suited aces, ace 10 off, deuces, sixes. Again, we flat with sixes because under the gun's bottom is going to be sixes. Pocket sixes, we don't want to block those. So yeah, queen jack a little. Earlier, we flatted with queen jack off 15 in the small blind, if you remember. If you watched the first video or the second video. And the reason I decided to is because the guy was playing like a 44-20 or something like that under the gun. He was making some pretty stupid decisions and shit. So I really wanted to get involved in a pot with him. And I'm more than happy to stack off with top pair with queen jack because I think it's ahead of his range. To be honest, he was playing 40% of hands or something. So like a 20 big blind or a VPIP 20 under the gun range for like a 20% VPIP 40 pre-FR 20. His raising range is going to be like these. His raising range is probably going to be something like this. All these, because they're pretty, right? All these, this, and this. Well, maybe not deuces and threes. And then maybe they limp in a little bit more with these, yeah. Yeah, this is what the raising range is going to be like. So queen jack off is like, it's not bad. Like, probably should be opening more like for how much did I say? Like he was at like 40. 40. What do you open at 40 here? What should you be opening at 40 big blinds under the gun? I think king jack's like half the time, but I can't really put that. Something like this, I think, is fine. And then 5's like a little bit. We'll check my work. Let's see. We'll see how close I am. First in, under the gun, 40. Look at that. Pretty close. I think I got it perfect, actually. I thought about 10-8 suited too, but I was like, it's probably not. But cool. King jack, yeah, middle frequency. 5s, there's a little smaggle in there. Yeah, so cool. We know what we're opening at 40 under the gun. Oh man, it's kind of boring just playing one table right now, but it's getting late and I kind of want to just not continue playing until 4 in the morning, so. Do 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 do. Oh, what did I do? Daydreaming here. Just looking at Facebook. Try to get back into it here. This guy had 4-6. 6-4 on the cutoff. The fuck are you doing with 6-4 here now? So he raises. Oh, he's on the button? Oh, it skipped. Somebody lost or something. Alright, he limps on the bottom of 6-4. It's not like the worst thing in the world. 5 hits the flop. So it goes bet call. Buddy makes 2 pair on the turn. I don't even know if you were going to bet 2 pair here. Like, there's 4 cards to a straight. I think the big blind should be doing quite a bit of leading on this card as a bluff, for one. And I think that this guy should probably be checking back 2 pair for pot control at this point. Check, check, and buddy had a 7, right? Oh. Interesting. Yeah, we don't get to call that one. Alright, we're on the bubble. Okay, so yeah. Short stacks are going to be playing a little bit tighter. So we have to take that into consideration when calling jams here. That, you know, we can only call it like ace plus, ace jack suited plus, and ace queen. Like, that's our calling range versus like 10, 12 big blind shoves at this point. For a few minutes, like till the bubble bursts, because like I like, unless I have a read on somebody that they're just nuts or don't care, like, then we can of course, you know, call a little wider than that. But like in general versus unknown players, that's our range to call on the bubble with. Because I don't really want to cut my stack in half and then fucking have to jam myself and lose. So. Like, this is a 3-bet here normally, but with the ICM that we got going, we don't 3-bet this. And this is a limp call situation. Queen 10 is like a middling strength hand. We're happy to call a raise with, but we don't really want to raise ourselves because we'll have to fold to a 3-bet. So like King 10. Oh wow, why 5x? All right, we'll fold to that, but you know, a normal size we're gonna call. When this guy does that, he's gonna be extremely polarized. Like, he's gonna junk, or he's going to have ace king, ace queen, ace jack. medium pairs, you know, a lot of stuff like that, and we're not doing so good versus that range. Like his 5 big blind range would be like, this is his 5 big blind range. I'm thinking in my head. Something like this, I would think. And then, you know, some junk, of course. Let's give him that. So I'm going to weight him a little bit more to value hands, so we'll give him like that. Queen 10 off. 44.5%. Yeah. Not very good. And what, we got to call 5 to win. What would it be? 1, 2, 7. 5 to win 7, yeah. 5 to win 7. 5 to win 7. So was that 12? 5 divided by 12. So yeah, we need 42% equity to call, I guess. We need 42% equity to call. We have 45% versus that polarized range that I put out. So it's close, I guess. But, you know, it's not absolutely necessary to take every single edge you have, especially versus this guy. I have no idea what he's doing that with, so. Maybe he does that more with, like, if he's linear here, like, if he is linear, which is possible. Yeah, if he's more linear, like this, I wonder what it'd be. Now it's really fucking bad. Like if he has a linear range and not the polarized range. Now it's an awful fucking call. Not to mention, we call that, we're going to have 24 big blinds, 25 big blinds, right? We're going to have 25 bigs. The pot's going to be 12, so we're going to have an SPR of 2, and we're out of position. So it's going to be like, what the fuck do we do here? We're going to check call one street with our pairs, and yeah, it's just going to be sketchy. Up against an unknown range. But yeah, normally that'd just be a limp call. Like I think I had that chart open earlier. Oh, I closed it. This chart, 20 to 40 big blinds. This is our strategy. This is a pretty cool strategy. I like it. Like I studied this chart pretty good. Yeah, queen 10 off, limp call. Versus like 3.5x raises, but not 5x. 5x is probably going to be more up here somewhere. And like the first hands that we're going to fold are going to be the offsuit hands. Like queen 10 suited, I probably would call. Yeah. All right. Well, here's a spot where we have ace king, and this guy jams for 10. I don't really think it matters if we jam or go all in. Nobody has any money anyway, but. Defining hand of the tournament right here. Are we going to be a big guy or a little guy? We'll see. What is this guy open jamming under the gun with? Take a note on that after, regardless of what happens. Jacks. Perfectly standard jam, I guess. Let's see. Like, I think we do have some min raises now that I was looking at those charts, though. Like, 10 big blinds under the gun. Well, we jam most of the time. So, it's queens, kings, aces, and then ace, king suited a little bit. Ace 9, king, jack. Ace 6 suited. I literally would, like, never raise these under the gun of a 10 big blind stack. I don't know. That's nuts. Our range is very strong. Like our raising range is very strong with the queens, kings, aces, and ace king in it. So I guess we get away with a little bit of this shit, but I don't think our opponents are thinking players that are actually constructing this range in their head when they see us raise there, and nor should they, because most people are raising completely fucking stupid strategies under the gun for 10, like at this stack left. Like they could have like queen 9 suited or something, or 10-9 suited. But yeah, I do min raise aces and kings sometimes under the gun. Like I got that part right. Like normally when nobody knows about my strategy and I'm just trying to induce action, I will. But so now we're over average now. That's awesome. Yeah, like normally this we could rip it in versus this guy, but with ICM we can't. So like 40. What are we at? 36? Yeah, we'll go 40. Small blind versus button 40. I have it here. No, eh? Okay. Yeah, I'm a little too deep for that. It's ace 4 suited. See, I did it again. Mixing it up. I mix the ranges up sometimes with the stacked ups and the suitedness and the offsuits. So at 30, still not jamming. We're jamming the suited ones, not the offsuits. Ace 4 is not. Ace 5, ace 6, ace 7, ace 8. Yeah. Do a little bit of light 3 betting with those. What is it? 25 we start jamming those, or what? A little bit ace 5, a little bit ace 7. All the suited aces are more than okay to go with there. 20, that's when they start becoming pretty good to go with. Okay. V-Chain is up 4.9% in the last 15 minutes. Good for V-Chain. All right, come on, load. Working on my phone here, trying to do something. 10-9 suited. We'll go ahead and open this one. Cut off hijack, low jack. Versus tight aggressive guy. Okay, he raises. We'll go ahead and get rid of this. Ah, fuck. I think we made a mistake. Yeah. It's not like a huge one. Like the reason that I folded is because his stats are kind of tighter, good. He's kind of tight, good, and like I don't really think like calling here. It's not gonna have that much implied odds versus somebody that's playing pretty good. Like, and he's a little bit tighter at 17%. Like that's not overly, but yeah. You go small in the turn. This is like the bet size that you make with like a flush draw or maybe a jack, I would think. 5. Like he's trying to get value from, maybe this is a blocker bet with a jack. Queens. Ace queen. Why the hell would you call there with ace queen? Like that's, wow. Like you're really trying to protect your tournament, I guess. Just calling with ace queen. There's no flush on board. What the hell? This guy's bet sizes are so capped too. Like he's making really tiny bet sizes. He never does that with a full house. Like, this is kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe he knows something I don't know though. I don't know. That was kind of interesting that he just called there. His stats are reasonable. Like maybe you're supposed to call there for something. He has a reason for it. Like in my mind, I think ace queen is okay to value raise there because he's gonna have, you know, ace jack, ace 10, ace 9, ace 8, ace 7, ace 6, like all the suited aces that can call, like all those hands. Yeah, and it was a blocker bet with queens. So I think this guy's okay. I think this guy's all right, and this guy might be okay as well. Like he was very careful with that ace queen, like more careful than I would have been. I probably would have raised. Like a 25% pot bet because it looks just like a blocker bet with a jack. That's exactly what it looks like. Like why wouldn't you raise there? To get the jack to call. A jack's gonna call more than that. Is this the guy that 5x'd earlier? Maybe? Which was kind of nuts. I can't remember who it was. Check, check. Deuces. Yeah, I think just check calling there is fine, especially versus this guy that's already proven to us that he's not really overly aggressive. We make our money with deuces there with his bluffs. So, if he barrels river, I guess we gotta fold it, but. Like I don't think king high is gonna be the one that you're gonna barrel off on the river with anyway. If he knows what he's doing, because you know king high wins sometimes, like quite a bit, especially when I'm on some sort of draw like with queen 10 or jack 10 or flush draws or whatever. King 7 suited, easy raise. This guy's thinking long and hard. He's an 8%er, so he does have some 3 bets. I think we want to try to conserve our stack here. Yeah, I think we're like deep enough in this tournament to justify like folding those marginal spots now. We're like down at the top 100, so I think like we want to start conserving our stack because we have an average stack. Like it's valuable at this point. Like we're getting good odds there, but pretty marginal. Like what is his rejam range there? What's his rejam range? For 10? He's probably rejamming something like this. I don't think he jams every ace because, you know, he only has 10 big blinds. Maybe he does. We'll give him every ace. Every pair, of course. These and these. No, probably not that. Maybe these. Jack 10. He's going to have some flats, and if he's going to have some flats, it's probably going to be like these hands. So yeah, this is kind of the range we're up against. This is rejamming range. You would think. And King 7 suited. 38%. 38%. We had to call 8 to win 14 too. 8 to win 14. So what's that? 8 to win 14. So we need 36% equity there to call. We had 38% equity versus the range I gave him, which is pretty standard. Like I think it's Probably what he's jamming. I think he might even be jamming a little bit tighter than this with like taking these out. I don't think it gets much tighter than this though. If anything, like if he doesn't have any flats and he just jams everything, then probably gets a little bit better. But we take the aces out. Yeah, we're like 38. Yeah, it's just a really marginal spot. Like we can easily call there. Like in a chippy V environment, it'd probably be fine. But you know, we got to start conserving our stack and just avoiding these really close situations. So, average stack's 275,000. So the average stack, what is the blinds at right now? 8,000. So average stack is 816. Average stack's like 35 big blinds right now. So this guy has very minimal ICM on him. So I think he's going to be jamming kind of like Chippy V. I don't really see why he wouldn't. And like ace-x suiteds are going to go up in value. Ace-x offs probably go up in value because they block the calling ranges. Suited broadways are good, but I don't think he's jamming. I think he could actually take these out, like, to be honest. And it would be okay to take these out with the ICM considerations, but I don't really think people are doing that in game. In game, yeah, they're not doing that. Ace 9. Yeah, I learned today that button versus big blind with our open-ended straight draws, we're supposed to be checking back like 50 to 60% of the time with our open-ended straight draws. And it has to do with protecting our checking range. There's like a whole bunch of check back spots that I didn't know about. This one's getting close. But this guy's tight as hell, right? So I don't think he's jamming normal. I think he's jamming a little bit tighter than normal. So what should he be jamming there on the kind of on the low hijack? Yeah, he was hijack. Let's see. Shove. What do you have? Like 10, I think. Yeah, the blinds went up on the hijack. So he jams with what's he jamming with? King 7, King 8 suited plus. All the aces are fine. King 8 suited plus, Queen 8 suited plus, Jack 8 suited, 10 8 suited, 9 8 suited, 8 7. Yep. 7 6? No. Ace 6. So this is his range that he's going to be jamming. Apply. And we have Ace 8 off. Ace 8's probably doing pretty well. It's even money, actually. This is what he's supposed to jam. This guy is playing super tight over a decent sample, so probably we can take out these and these, that, and probably something like this. So this is what I think he's jamming. We're still doing okay. Like, all right. Open ender. No back doors. Let's check it back here. Yeah, another reason that we check back our open ended straight draws versus big blind is because often when we do turn our open ended straight draw, the card is going to be one that's good for our opponent's range, and they're going to bet with on that card. Like this 9 is actually good for his range. It's a little bet. half pot, which is actually kind of big to him, but I thought he had something there. I thought he would have had something there. Being tight. This guy's defending his big blind pretty tight, probably. Especially, like, as he should. He's 10 big blinds deep. So, yeah, ace-8 off. And there's what? 2.5 in. We have to call 8 to win 10.5. We have to call 8 to win 10.5. So, 8 to win 10.5. So... So we need 43% equity to call with ace-8 there. And we have 47%. So it's like another one of those kind of marginal spots, I guess. We do have the correct odds to call. The equity to call, for sure. But we have ICM. A little bit of ICM on us right now. We have a good stack. We need to protect it. There's a risk premium involved now. Like 5 or 6% probably, somewhere in there. I'm not super good at calculating that, but I know it's there, and it's probably 5 or 6%. So... when we're average stack, we need to have like a clear call, like 8 or 9%. We're gonna like gain it, like we have 8 or 9% more equity than like 58% or equity, 57, 56%, somewhere in there. That's where we want to be calling, not so much with these 47% spots. It's like if we had lost that pot right now, we have 20 big blinds, and then we're in push fold kind of thing, or we're going to be rejamming all the time and stuff. At least now we don't have to shove all that often. So what the guy ended up showing up with, I missed that. Why is this happening? It's not showing me the hand. That's weird. Trippy fucking sheep. Small blind, 10 big blinds deep. Fold, fold, fold. Raise is ridiculous. This is the wrong fucking hand. That's why. Jesus Christ. Fucking hate that. Like, why do you do that? Queen 8. He jams Queen 8 off on the button. Yeah, it's fine. He just got caught. What is... So, Queen 8 and Ace 4. I think this is probably fine, like, chippy V environment type thing. But I think it's a fold here. It's like, with the ICM. Like, you can fold there and, like, jam yourself later. Like, I have a chart for this. Where the fuck is it? All in calling, small blind all in, and the small blind versus button. Yeah, so it's fine, right? But we probably want to ditch these and then probably call with like something like ace 8 off plus and king 9, king 10, queen 10. Yeah, you don't have to take a lot off, but like 4 or 5% with this stack size, like 3 or 4 or 5%, somewhere in there of these hands, like the bottom should be folded, like ace 2 off, ace 3 off, queen 10 off for sure. Now king 10 can be folded, king 8 suited can be folded, king 9 suited can be folded. Those are probably the hands that we're going to omit. Maybe deuces, then everything else is fine. Yeah, so there is, like, even when you're on a short stack, there is a little bit of ICM on you still. I mean, you should be tightening up slightly, not like tons, but a little. Especially when it comes to calling all ins. Like jamming yourself is one thing, but calling all ins is a little bit different. Yeah, we probably just fold this. Like, the guy's not very loose on the button or anything. Like, he's only opening over 124 hands. He's opening a little bit tighter than he should be, I think. So 30 big blinds. We'll say 25. 25 small blind versus button. I know it's a call at least. But he's playing tighter than GTO, so we have to adjust, right? So it's actually jammed, but like, you know, this is without ICM and it's the bottom, so we can't. These we probably can still continue to rejam with. Anything suited. Suited stuff goes up in value with ICM, right? But yeah, the offsuit shit, just, it's not worth it. Like A7 off versus pocket kings. Yeah, we have 29% equity, but then A7 suited, or we'll say Ace 4 suited, there, quite a lot more. See? So that's why we want to, suited stuff goes up in value. Like, what about King 10 suited? I bet you that's pretty bad. 14%. King 10 off, though, is 9%. Holy shit. So yeah, suited stuff goes up in value. 9%. That's pretty bad. 9% is really bad. Pretty much as bad as it gets. I guess the worst of the worst would be pocket aces versus 7 deuce offsuit, wouldn't it? No, actually it's worse to have King 10. Huh. Aces versus ace 2 off. There you go. That's probably like the worst scenario ever, I guess. 6.79%. What about ace 6 off? Ace 6 off is probably even worse, I bet, because then you don't have the straight potential. It's a little bit worse. 6.4%. Ace king suited. It goes up a bit. But yeah, anyway. Kind of surprising that like it's better to have 7-2 offsuit than ace 2 offsuit all in here. It's kind of funny. You'd rather have 7 deuce, 8 deuce off. You have more with 8 deuce, 9-2 off, 12%. Jack 10 suited, what, 34%. Oh, I'm wrong. That was big time wrong. 21%. Queen jack suited. Let's do king queen suited. King queen suited is worse than jack 10. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, 33% definitely is bad. I don't know why I came up with that number off the top of my head. $2,502 prize pool. They like were right on the money. $2 over. Down to 85 now. What's happening here? What do you want? Oh, I didn't want to open this. I don't know why it's open. Huh. King jack offsuit, easy open. Like versus early position raisers, the stack depth. I think king jack's probably not a 3-bet though. I think it's probably one of like worse suited aces, like baby aces, and then some suited kings. I don't think the offsuits are really good enough. Go to hijack low jack versus under the gun for 25. Versus under the gun for 25. Yeah, a little bit of suited ace, a little bit of suited king, yeah. Ace jack, ace queen. We need suited hands to 3-bet under the gun. We need some pretty good stuff there to 3-bet under the gun. At 25. We got a 3-bet fold, but yeah, it's like king 10 suited, king 9, queen 10 suited a little bit. These. A little bit of ace jack, ace queen. Player dependent too, right? If they're not playing GTO, we gotta like play more passively. This guy just gave up. I guess he's sitting out. He's like, I'm just going to call this all in and close it because I'm going to lose. I know it already. All right, king, queen suited. Easy open. Not going to be too happy about getting 3-bet here by this guy. This one I can call a jam, though, at least. Like one of these small guys that they jam, we can call. Lock. That sucks. I was calling these jams with the king queen suited. I think that's good enough, but what's their rejamming range? Verse me for 10. Yeah, no, not that, not that. Something like this. We'll give him a little bit wider range. What's king queen looking like? It's not in very good shape. 44%. But we only need what? 34% equity or something to call. This would be a nice spot to squeeze without ICM, but and just jam it all in, take it down. Fold. Yeah, this guy's tight too, right? He's a 9%er. He's opening in the hijack, so like it's not going to be exactly a good idea to jam ace-9 off versus that guy because we don't have as much fold equity as we normally would if he was like a 17%er or something. Not really getting any hands here, kind of in a lull. King queen suited we had, but you know. Alright, so this guy bets big on this board. I think probably he's checking range there. He should be checking his range on that board texture. To be honest, I think the big blind or the button has a lot more of that than he does, and he should be checking range. So his bet really doesn't make any sense. Maybe bet like 8s there, 9s. What do you bet? Some queen jack kind of stuff, jack 10 maybe. Versus this guy we're calling, I think. Like we're gonna call 6.5 to win 11 or 11.5. Yeah, we have to call. He has a heavy 3-bet too, so I think ace-7's in probably pretty good shape. Jack 10. Ace-7. Let me just check back here. You bet small, we can call. Easy. So. Alright, jams. Fuck. He could have all kinds of draws too, but I don't think we can call this. Alright, whatever. I don't know. This is why I need a solver. So I can go back and be like, what do I do with ace-7 here? Do I bet? He has like 0 ace-x in his range there. He has some, but not much. And Jack 10. Yeah, it's doing that again. Jack, Jack 10. Jack, Jack 10. I know paired boards we're going to be betting very frequently, but he has 6 big blinds, so I don't really want to get check shoved off of my equity there. Is what I was thinking. Like, I don't really want to get check shoved off my equity, and if he does have a jack, I'm just giving him money. So it's best to just check back, realize my equity. I think that he's going to be checking back very frequently on the turn and river there, too, like with nothing. So, like, when he jams turn, I don't really think he does that much with bluffs, except for, like, open-ended straight draws at that with the 9, maybe an 8 or a queen he jams, and then jacks. I don't even know if he would jam a jack there. Like, why would you? Why would you jam your jacks? Wouldn't you want to give me the opportunity to bet? Like, I don't know. Maybe as a 10. He's 5. Queens. This guy's super tight. Oh, small sample, I guess, but our table looks like it's a pretty reasonable table, to be honest with you. Like, everybody's stats are kind of normal, which kind of sucks. We're not on a very good table here to get paid. This guy's pretty good stats. This guy has really good stats. A little bit high 3-bet percentage, but he's probably getting hit by the deck. This guy's kind of a tag, but those are good stats. This guy's probably overly tight. But under the gun versus under the gun one, he called with ace 4 suited, which is kind of odd. That's a fold or a 3-bet or fold. Yeah, and this guy's pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. Like, everybody's reasonable. Not like they're playing perfect or anything, but they're reasonable. I want guys that are whales that are going to give me all their money. Easy open with kings here. You get one call. We just bet a range here. Like, it's one of those boards that we just have to bet range on, being under the gun. Like, we do a lot of checking with these kings and stuff, but we just got to bet range. All right, good. They moved his tables. Hopefully we get some wild action on this one, because that table was pretty dry. Like, I just had king, queen suited, and kings, and everybody folded, like, except for the big blind, and then he check folds. Like, pretty good table position here. We got the money to our right. Yeah, wait for the stats to load, see what we got here. Because I play lots of hands. I played hundreds of tournaments on ACR, so I got a pretty good amount of stats on a lot of people. All the regulars and everybody else. Yeah, I'm going to head into town tomorrow in the Grand Prairie, Alberta. And yeah, it's Monday, the 23rd, I think is a stat, so it kind of sucks. I want to get a haircut, but anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for part 5 when we may take the tournament down this time, hopefully. Anyway, thanks for watching.